Hello everyone and welcome back. I'm Duke Silver. Today we're going to be playing Demeter. Demeter's ability is every 2 rounds that you own a character, basically it gets a buff, starting with +1/+0 at level 2, or maybe +1/+1 at level 2, and increasing on each subsequent level anyways. We're going to start with a couple of apprentice owls here, of course, because I'm addicted to owls and I just can't not buy them when I see them early in the game. I mean, I guess I would take like a freed prince over them, but this is pretty much my my go-to start whenever I see them. If there's a spell I can cast or something, and we get to triple it nice and early. Normally, you don't really want to triple with Demeter. You kind of want to keep 2 separately for a while, and then they can combine stats eventually. You just get more stats into one unit, especially if it's a unit that you're going to end up using for quite a while. Elaine's are a really good starting unit for Demeter for that reason. But we did see a couple of Elaine's in the last shop, but we didn't take it because, of course, we took the Ice Ring here. It's going to cast a spell every turn, increasing the stats of our Apprentice Owl by +2/+2 every turn, and also punishing anyone for playing any 1 toughness characters on the opponent's board. We're just going to take a second shield page here, as well as a board farm boy. Or no, that's not board farm boy, and a farmer anyways, hardworking farmhand. I don't know the names. They're all kind of similar, so but anyways, this is a 12/12 for 3 gold, so a pretty just a decent tempo buy there. Keeps our HP high. Considering taking this other apprentice owl, just because we have this ice ring already, and of course we're already kind of leaning in that direction, but we're gonna take the XP. Here I sold the item thinking, oh, I can buy the apprentice owl, but I realized I only had 1 mana, so fortunately I didn't buy the owl first, because we did want to buy this XP. Feeling pretty confident that we can get a win with our very, very large apprentice owl here, but unfortunately they get a good attack order here and deny our XP by getting a tie, as we do not get the XP on ties anymore for the level 3 XP. We're going to pick up a Husky though a turn early because we do get to see a level 4 shop. I'm pretty sure that's a bug, so that probably won't be the case forever, so don't rely on that happening. And then we're going to take a lose the fight, win the war, and basically we're going to hope to take the minimum amount of damage while still losing the fight. And we do pretty much just that. We only take 2 characters worth of damage. Fortunately, neither of them are upgraded, so we did get our XP that time. We did have to invest the second spell to get 1 XP though. And speaking of investing spells to get more XP, we're going to take it again. I mean, I'm pretty sure like the meta right now is basically you just want to get to 6 and find a comp on 6. Like the mid-game stuff just rarely ever means anything. We're going to take another Husky there, but because we took the XP, we of course have to try and throw the fight, but disaster strikes. And the opponent did take a brave little tailor that we didn't see on the opposing board the turn before, and that really punished us for only playing 2 characters there. So we took a lot more damage than we really intended, but we did get the XP, so we are 2 XP up now. And basically, yeah, like I said, it's a race to 6, and then you want to try and just get your comp established. I mean, stealth is kind of just taking over the game right now. Like it's just the easiest thing you can do on 6. You just pick up a dark twig and then some other stealth units, and they just scale themselves so fast and so easily without any real effort or thought or really resources invested after that. And then you just throw a fire mage on your board, and yeah, you're just getting free 3-for-1s basically against every opponent. The Shadow Lord, Shadow Cat, just doubling the Fire Mage's attack, just makes it honestly pretty oppressive. I've found. I think maybe the loss of Mirror Fairy has done some amount to make it harder for other comps to get enough stats to compete, and yeah, just the problem with stealth just seems to be exacerbated. Okay, we did get a pretty good sequence there that I kind of glossed over, just ranting about stealth. So we did get a pirate map from our level 4 triple because of our Husky, thankfully, and then we got a pirate map out of that, and a Narcissus immediately after that to get a level 7 treasure, and we just jammed the Aladdin's lamp. I I mean, I figured, like, we're not, like, the Holy Grail is also very interesting. If we were 1 turn away from 6, then I might have taken that instead, but because we have to wait 2 turns to get to level 6 anyways, I figured, I mean, we have to wait 2 turns anyways, so let's just jam the Aladdin's Lamp. We are kind of low on HP, so it was a little bit risky, a little bit scary to take the treasure that doesn't give us any stats, or give us any benefit the following turn. But yeah, we went with the lamp, and we weathered the first fight just fine. It looks like we're going to be fine in our second fight, so no need, or we call our sort of stress there didn't was unnecessary anyways. We got our level 8 treasure, and yeah, we get Wish for Nothing, which enhances your other 2 treasures by 4. Basically, it multiplies them by 4. It's like having a Mega Mimic. And then there's the plus 60 plus 40 to all your shop characters, and then there's World Tree, or Tree of Life. And I think we're gonna, or sorry, Wish for Life. I think we're just gonna take Wish for Life. The 60-40 shop stats would have gone a long way to making sure that we're stable. Speaking of stealth, there's the stealth character. If I hadn't taken Wish for Life, I'd probably just jam the twig here, even without another stealth character, and then just start working towards that. Because yeah, the stats add up really quickly. I mean, I've shown in at least one previous video. But because we have this Wish for Life, I'm going to take the Archdemon. Everything counts as a demon or an evil character, so because of the Wish for Life. So we're going to get basically just 3 extra summons, and the Demon Harbingers are going to sort of slightly buff our board when they do get summoned, because they do have that aura of giving demons. I think it's +3/+2. I think. But yeah, it's a little bit of stats. It matters. It's also just more bodies for us to throw on the board, and also the thing that really tipped the scales for the World Tree or Tree of Life pick was the Purple Puff. So the Purple Puff, just like with the old Symbol of Unity, is going to double any last breaths you put in front of it, because they do count as puffs. So the Symbol of Unity abuse is gone, but you can still do the same thing with World Tree. And we took a good boy to go with that. And yeah, we're basically just going to take all these good boys that we can find, and our end goal here is just to put a bunch of stats on the good boy, and then of course get a couple, or get extra last breath triggers from it. And we sold down and put a spellbook on there because we have this ice ring. It's not much, but it's gonna start scaling the good boy a little by little. So I figured it was worth it, and like, we kind of want to cast some cheap spells whenever we can anyways. And then we've got a pretty powerful Cat's board over here already. Relatively early, they've got the double Cat Queen there, plus they've got the Shooting Star, so they just need to add an Oberon for Cat Stars, and yeah, they knock us down to 2. Fortunately, we did have enough of a health buffer to not lose there, so we have some time, especially with this ghost fight coming up on our next combat. The blue puff was changed to an aura, or I guess the blue puff would have worked anyways, but yeah, the blue puff says whenever one of your puffs slays, trigger their dying breath, so that actually would work with the Wish for Life. If our good boys had a little bit more stats, I probably would have just jammed that, and then it's like doing the old Storybook Brawl trophy hunter, essentially. But unfortunately, we just didn't have enough raw stats on our board to justify that. But yeah, we did find a treasure that's going to add +15/+2 to our front line, and we got a second good boy here. So we've got the golden good boy, and yeah, this battle song sword is gonna add enough stats to our front line to make us pretty happy with our good boy stats. And of course, we're still getting more stats on our good boys from these spells. And yeah, this is where we get a real good power spike here. I mean, the second purple puff, of course, is fantastic. Gonna increase the amount of dying breaths that we get out of the characters in front of it. But more than that, the Archangel is gonna resummon the good boys or the first 3 characters that die. So basically, if the good boys are one of those things resummoned, we're gonna get the last breath or the dying breath stats from the good boy, and then it's gonna resummon itself, and we're basically gonna get to reuse it and just keep getting those stats thrown around. And yeah, you can see we got quite a few stats there. Also, Wish for Life does not have the cat restriction, so this Cat Queen does count all those demon summons or revives that we got from the Archangel and Archdemon. and it's going to give us just a good chunk of stats onto our board, which is exactly what we want here. We just want these good boys to get as big as possible, of course, and we want them to just get resummoned. I was considering changing heroes here, and to be honest, I'm not sure why I didn't. I think maybe I wanted to keep the mana for some reason, just in case I saw another Archangel, but we couldn't really sell down for another Archangel anyways, so I should have just fired off the dramatic entrance there. That was a little bit silly not to. I mean, Demeter's kind of run its course on as far as the hero power stats go. So it just seems like, yeah, definitely should have just swapped heroes. Tried to find something that would maybe increase our stats further. We are going to get the second Archangel that we locked though, so that's going to be even more revives. And now we're going to set it up so we've got our good boys up front, so they're more likely to get revived and die first. I'm not sure what I was considering there. Just I guess I was considering buying the spell, but wanted to keep my mana open just in case we do find another Archdemon or Archangel. We do find another good boy though. I think we're actually, I mean, we go for the Morpholot and we get the Guardian Angel for a turn here, which is going to give us our whole board +4/+2 or +6/+3 or something like that. Anyways, it's a decent little aura buff, but instead I do decide to cut that and the Archdemon for the third good boy instead. Just more chances for these good boy stats to get resummoned and go onto each other and kind of feed each other. And having 3 out of the 4 frontline characters being good boys just means that yeah, they're gonna throw a lot of stats around, and they're more likely to get attacked into than the 4th character, anyways. And yeah, you can see we throw a ton of stats around, and we make very short work of our opponent. We didn't even reach. I would say like we had a lot of room to improve our final board, but yeah, this is kind of like, honestly, I thought that the Tree of Life might be like a little bit weaker in this game because, you know, there's no Court Wizard, there's no like Lordy for like instant stat buffs and whatnot. Like I guess maybe I just knew the interactions better in Storybook, but yeah, as you can see, World Tree still very, very powerful, and yeah, great way to make use of Good Boy, anyways. But yeah, I think there's a lot more configurations that you can do in this game potentially. But yeah, again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I would very, very much appreciate it. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow.